Welcome to Trostani's Thanksgiving tokens. As far as opening hand goes, we've got all the land we need, and then we've got an Avenger of Zendikar. I mean, is that? Yeah, why not? Let's have some. I mean, this is right on the cusp of having everything that you need to make your land drops, ramp, and have some sort of payoff for having a lot of lands on the battlefield. So yeah, we'll keep on this one. We could ship this back if we wanted to be a little bit aggressive on our opponent, but yeah, I like this. So let's go and lead off with Marsh Flats, and I think we have a dual source that comes into play tapped. Or maybe we have all the dual sources in our hand. Maybe that was... No, I think we've got it in here. It's been a while since I've played this. So, yeah, there we go. Let's grab Scattered Groves, have that come into play tapped, and then anything else, let's go and pass the turn over to our opponent. But yes, happy Thanksgiving. And if you don't celebrate Thanksgiving or you're not from the United States, happy Thursday. Whatever that may be. Hopefully you're relaxing today, or if you're seeing family today, or maybe you're not on good terms with your family, or whatever that is. If you're enjoying the day by yourself, if you're not being able to see family like you normally would, whatever that may be, hey, happy Thanksgiving. Let's have some fun today. That's what we're going for. So there we go. And we'll talk about Thanksgiving here in just a second. So let's go and lead off with nothing for two. So we're going to lead off with Canopy Vista. Have that come into play tapped, and then we're going to go and pass the turn over to our opponent. We're playing Trostani. The official, yeah, I mean, look at her. It looks like she'd cook up a really good Thanksgiving for you. And it'll be a lot of fun. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you gain life equal to that creature's toughness. Then for a 3-mana activation, Populate, which is create a token that's a copy of a creature token that you control. Playing against Urza, which let's have some fun. Why not? Urza enters the battlefield, create a construct token, then this creature gets +1/+1 for each artifact you control. Tap an untapped artifact you control, add blue mana. Then for 5-mana activation, shuffle your library, exile the top card. You may play that card without paying its mana cost. So we got a little bit of a randomizer on top of there. Let's go ahead and drop in Savannah. And we do have E-Call that we can go for. I think at this point, we just need to ramp. We need to get ahead of our opponent. So let's go Cultivate. Let's go and split this one down the middle. Let's go Plains, and let's go Forest. Let's have Forest enter the battlefield. Click OK. Plains goes to the hand. We have made the land drop for the turn. And then anything else, we're going to pass the turn over to our opponent. So we did cover both commanders. I'll give a quick shout out to our sponsors, TCG Player. If you go to bit.ly/JoltMTG, that will apply my affiliate link. That'll allow you to get some cards and help support the channel at the same time. So if you use that link, much obliged. I certainly appreciate it. Let's give a quick shout out to MTGOTraders if you want to play Magic Online. Let's give a quick shout out to ingaming.com/Jolt for 10% off of your order if you're looking to upgrade your playmat for your next spell table game. And last but not least, I started a Patreon, so if you'd like to directly support cool content like this, there's a link down in the description below. But if you're keeping score at home with some Trostani Thanksgiving food, it's officially free time, so let's have some fun. All right, so we got the Construct token over there, and they got some good stuff. They got Spellseeker rocking and rolling right now. And that's going to be Reality Shift, which is going to search up. So exile target creature. So opponent's going to go for a little bit more controlling search with that Spellseeker. But yeah, it's free time. We can have some fun. So we do have E-Call that we can go for to put a creature card down, but it's going to get immediately hit with a Reality Shift. Ooh, we're drawn to Giant Bug Face. Okay. So do we want to go for the Reality Shift test to see if they want to go that for Trostani right now? Yeah, why not? We can go ahead and do that. So let's go make the lane drop. Let's go Forest, and let's go Trostani. If they want to use that Reality Shift already, they certainly can. So let's do that. Let's get Trostani onto the battlefield, and then anything else. Now we're simply just going to go and pass the turn over to our opponent. But yes, Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is my favorite time of the year, and well, it's always been my favorite time of the year because I love the concept of Thanksgiving, where all you do is just get up with the intention of eating as much food as possible and then napping. All right, there we go. So our opponent's going to crack the seal on Reality Shift. Yes, we'll return that back to the command zone. And that is just a Forest. All right, so it's going to stay a simple 2/2. So we can block that Construct token if we need to at a later point in the game. But yeah, Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday because all you do is get up and eat food and then take naps. And so that's a lot of fun. But Thanksgiving is even more special to me now because my little girl, Loretta, she's going to be turning 2 tomorrow. She's a Thanksgiving baby. And so it makes this time of the year even that much more special to me. And if you didn't know, I have a little girl. Her name's Loretta. She's going to be 2, which is very wild to me, to be perfectly honest. It is... It is. It's just nut. I can't. It's nuts to me. I can't believe how time flies like that. It's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're still away from Avenger or Giant. So I think at this point, what we'll probably end up doing is let's go and go E-Call. I think I kind of like that. Search your library for a creature card, reveal it, put it in your hand, and then shuffle. And let's see if we can kind of search up on this. Maybe we can set ourselves up next turn for a little bit better Avenger Zendikar. We do have Voice of Resurgence. That would be a good option that we can go for. Do we want to just kind of muddle up the board with like a little 5-drop creature? We don't really have White Devotion right now. And actually, I think I kind of like going Oracle. Let's do that. So let's grab Oracle. Let's make the land drop. That's going to be Plains. Let's get Oracle onto the battlefield because that's really going to help us dump out the lands in our hand. So we'll also have access to the top part of our library. But if we're running an encounter spell, so be it. Hopefully that'll clear the way for Avenger and Giant Bugface. All right, opponent's going to go for a Chromatic Star activation. And draw a card. Let's see if they hit a counter spell off that. All right, looks like we're good to go on that. It's going to be Geist Honored Monk. Let's go ahead and make the land drop with Fortified Village, and we'll reveal a basic Plains out of our hands. We've already made all the land drops that we can make for the turn. Yeah, anything else, we're simply just going to go and pass the turn over to our opponent. But yes, with Thanksgiving, typically the way I always get 2 Thanksgivings. We do my family side, and then we do my wife's side, and so it's always nice to have 2 of those. And sometimes it's in the morning, and like usually we do lunch on my parents' side, and then with her parents' side we do that a little bit later in the day. And so that's just to have a double day of Thanksgiving. Oh, that's some good stuff right there. But yes, with Loretta, she's gonna be turning 2. And yeah, that is wild, just absolutely wild to me. So, and I'm sure if you're watching this video and you have children, you can 100% know what I'm talking about is how quickly time flies when you have children. But it seems like just yesterday we were at the hospital bringing her home, and now she's turning 2. So that's pretty wild. But yes, as far as my Thanksgiving, you know, we're playing Trostani, but really these videos are about talking about what I enjoy about Thanksgiving, and talk about my grandmother. She makes some very good cook. She's a very good cook. She makes German noodles, which are kind of like this. They're not spatzel, but they're just real basic noodles, and they have this real kind of creamy broth sauce on it. And it's just, oh, that's the thing I look forward to the most. My mom, she makes some really, really high calorie butter bread, and that stuff is good. My dad, he always fries a turkey. And if you've never had fried turkey before, oh boy. That is so good. And I always feel bad because my grandmother, she bakes a turkey in the oven, and I know how much time. I mean, I've never done it, but I know how much time goes into baking a turkey in the oven. And all my dad has to do is just drop a whole turkey into a deep fryer for 20 minutes or something like that, and it comes out tasting better than that. So that is it's always interesting with that. All right, so let's have some fun. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got just enough for Avenger of Zendikar. Let's see if the coast is clear. Let's have some fun because we've got 2 lane drops to make on top of that. That's why we kept the opening hand. So let's see if this is good. They've got 2 cards in the hand, so if they can't stop it, we're going to be able to get some pretty good plant tokens down. Let's see. This is our big payoff. All right, so they did get Mana Vault down. They did use Reality Shift, so we can kind of clear that reveal zone out. And all right, there we go. We're going to get the plant tokens onto the battlefield. Let's have some fun. All right, so we're going to get the plant token down. And we have nothing else for 2. So I think we'll just have Temple Garden in the battlefield tapped. All right, so not going to pay 2 life on that one. Let's pump up the plant tokens. Let's have some fun. There we go. Yes, we'll definitely use that ability. Why would we not? Let's drop in Plains, and look at that. We got some 2/3s out there. Yes, we will definitely use that ability. Anything else? Pass the turn. We can swing in for a 2/2 if we wanted to, but there's a 1/4 over there, so we're simply just going to go ahead and pass the turn. I guess technically they could double block if they wanted to, and then we get rid of Spellseeker. Yeah, why not? Let's do that. So we've already made the lane drops for the turn, and we've got our use out of Oracle. So we're going to go swinging across for 4. That way, if they want to double block Spellseeker and Urza, we can at least get rid of Spellseeker to stop any sort of shenanigans as far as bouncing and enter the battlefield effect. So there we go. All right, so get in for a little bit extra damage, dropping down to 38, and they got the Mana Vault trigger. But yeah, fried turkey, it's very good. Even if you've never done it, the way it works is you get your turkey, you thaw it out. You don't want to put it in there frozen because that could lead to a very bad accident. But you get an injector and you inject flavoring in there. We've done a Cajun turkey before. We've just done, different flavors. Those are always very, very good. And I helped my dad debone the turkey so that way we can serve it. And eating all the crispy, like the burnt skin and stuff like that, it's not healthy for you at all, in no way, shape, or form. But oh boy, that's the best stuff right there. So that's the primary stuff that I like. My mother, she makes sweet potatoes, and I know different people put marshmallows on top of there. Some people put brown sugar, but what she does is she splits it down the middle. So it's half marshmallows, half brown sugar. So I always get a scoop out of the middle. That's kind of my Thanksgiving break. Basically, what this video is you creating a scorecard for what I look forward to in Thanksgiving. All right, so we got our Urza activation. Let's see what this is. It's gonna be an island. There we go. I'll take that. But yeah, that's another part of my favorite part. My aunt, she makes some really good mashed potatoes that is full of cream and butter, and oh, I'm excited. I'm recording this before Thanksgiving, so I'm I'm not gonna lie, I'm very hungry right now, thinking about that. All right, so we got Elspeth, which we can go for the -3, and that gets rid of Avenger of Zendikar. We don't have an extra land to make off the top because Springjack Shepherd's up there. So what do we want to do? We've got Elspeth. Let's kind of see if we shake something loose, maybe with Elspeth, or I mean, because nothing else that we do right now is really going to affect our board state. It's just getting down value. So let's just go and push across. We are looking at a 6/6 token out there. Yeah, let's send the entire plant crew. Let's send in the entire plant crew. I like that. We can send in Oracle, and then we just lose Avenger to that construct token. Yeah, I kind of like that. Let's send the entire crew in. Yeah, I like that because that puts the construct token on Avenger of Zendikar. If we do end up going Elspeth with that -4, so be it. We're going to end up with some extra plant tokens out there, and then we'll get rid of that construct token, and we're okay with that. So there we go. All right, so we're going to see Urza block. It's going to be 2 coming across. Drop them down to 22. And yeah, let's go Elspeth. I like that. It's going to be 1/2, and that gets rid of the big threat over there. I like that. All right, so we're going to get down to Elspeth. Let's go for the -3. We'll get rid of that construct token, and that's really going to clear the way for us to swing in because we get into the spot to where it might be hard for us to get past that construct token if they start whittling away at us. So let's go for that. Let's go for that Elspeth activation. Straw creature -4 or greater. Definitely paying some big respect to that construct token because it makes a huge difference in the world of 2/2s and 2/3s. Just pushing past a 1/1 and a 1/4 makes it a lot easier. All right, anything else? We're going to go and pass the turn. But yes, and then also my wife is a Hispanic, and so when we go to her Thanksgiving, we still have the normal kind of Thanksgiving stuff over there, but we have tamales over there. Her mother makes some really good Spanish rice, which I absolutely love and adore. It's very good, so I always have that to look forward to. And I'm trying to think if there's any other sort of dishes that they make that's kind of more like home cooking for them. Mainly, it's just kind of having tamales and that Spanish rice. It's called momo rice, which is very good. And I like that very much. And then that's kind of, yeah, that's kind of what we look forward to. I'm excited about Thanksgiving this year because our little girl, she can finally try stuff. You know, last Thanksgiving, she had just turned 1. And when they're 1, they eat stuff, but they're not really good about eating it. Sometimes, you know, if it smells wrong, maybe they'll turn it away. This time, now that she's being a little bit more active, she's gotten a little bit older. I'm excited for her to try all the fun stuff that I enjoy in a Thanksgiving meal. So, very excited about that. All right, so our opponent's got 2 cards in the hand. They're just going to pass the turn. Let's keep it going. Let's have some fun. And they decide not to swing it with Elspeth, so I respect that. All right, so we got Springjack Shepherd. We got Anointed Procession on top. All right, so let's go for the +1. Let's get those soldier tokens going. And actually, if we're banking on Cyclonic Rift, I guess we should have waited for that Elspeth token, but we can follow up next turn with Giant Bugface or Springjack Shepherd. Either way, let's go and push in with the entire crew. Look at that. We got Oracle leading the charge with a bunch of plant tokens. We'll see if they've got Rift. If not, we're going to be able to get in for at least 14 damage in plant tokens, and that sets us up for a really good spot for next turn. So, and we'll see if Spellseeker offers up to block or not. All right, so we're going to get the double block on Oracle. Oh, I needed to shift that damage around. Can we? I accidentally clicked through that. All right, a little bit of a misplay, but hey, we've been talking about turkey a lot, so there we go. All right, drop our opponent down to 6. We've got the game next turn, and I guess if they've got Rift, it doesn't really matter. So let's drop in Geist Honored Monk just to have extra creatures out there, because if they Rift it, then we just do it again. All right, so let's drop in Geist Honored Monk, And let's get the goat tokens going. We don't have a way to buff up the goat tokens, but my goodness, I'm excited. It's Thanksgiving. I want to get some goats on the battlefield. All right, so let's get the goats down. If we're extending into a board state where it comes back to bite us, so be it. But look at the goats. There we go. Anything else, pass the turn over to our opponent. But anyway, I'm excited to share Thanksgiving with our little girl this year so she can try some food. And she's really big about trying new food and yummy. I'm like, yeah, it is yummy. All right, so we got Mana Crypt working in our favor. Drops our opponent down to 3. And if they want to, they've got the 5 activation. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So they've got 3 Urza activations. So we'll see what this is. If this is Iconic Rift, so be it. But we'll see what they've got to showcase for it. All right, there we go. They're gonna if they're going for Urza Blind Fires, I'll take it. That's gonna be an Arcane Signet off the top. I promise, if you're an Urza player, you have better stuff in there than Arcane Signet off the top. But sometimes that happens. All right, they're gonna pass the turn. All right, so we're looking at Anointed Procession. I think at this point, what we do is we send in just enough damage and we hold off on Elspeth in case they've got some sort of. Yeah, we can just wait, because there's nothing that we can do for the -3. So let's swing in the entire plant crew. Yeah, we'll do that. So let's go and swing in, just in case they've got Aetherized or something like that, or maybe they got, there they go, they got Cryptic Command. Tap all creatures. All right, there we go. All right, so we're going to wait till the next main phase. We're going to go to the next main phase, get down Anointed Procession with Elspeth, and we'll be in Value City. Very firmly in Value City. So let's get down Anointed Procession. Let's go for the +1. Let's go ahead and build up that army token. Oh yeah, 6 army tokens off to the side. We've got 5 mana, which is not Giant Bug Face, and we will pass the turn. So they do have, yeah. Let's get the Mana Crypt trigger. Let's see if this gets it for us. Come on, Mana Crypt. Let's go drop it down to 1. There we go. Drop them down to 0. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you, Mana Crypt. That is so nice. We appreciate that. But anyway, this is Trostani Thanksgiving tokens. This is exactly what we want to see. Get down Geist Honored Monk. We got a 26 out there. We got the goat tokens out there. We do have an Anthem effect in Elspeth, so even if we get to the ultimate with Elspeth, these goat tokens are going to be very good. But this is exactly what we want to see in a Trostani Thanksgiving deck. That opening hand was a little suspect, especially against Urza. Just hoping that a Cultivate and making your land drops will get to Avenger of Zendikar territory, but we were able to get it done with the plant tokens and really chip away at our opponent's life total. So anyway, happy Thanksgiving. If you're not celebrating Thanksgiving, happy Thursday. If you're not around friends and family, I hope you have fun today and do something for yourself. So anyways, if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.